Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Techxandar. This is part 2 of our Samsung Galaxy Tab A11 Plus series. If you have not watched the unboxing yet, that is part 1. I will link it right up here. Go check that out first and then come back. Today we are going through the full review. Display, chipset, performance, cameras, battery life, software, speakers, everything. And at the end, I will give you my honest verdict on whether this tablet is worth buying in 2026. Let's get into it. Starting with design and build quality. The Galaxy Tab A11 Plus keeps the same clean, slim design Samsung has been using on the A series. Nothing radical, but nothing to complain about either. The frame is aluminum and the back is smooth with minimal branding. It is available in grey and silver. Both are understated and tasteful. At 6.9mm thin, this is a genuinely slim tablet. It does not feel heavy or bulky for an 11-inch device, which makes it comfortable to hold for extended sessions. On the sides you have the power button, volume rocker, and a dedicated MicroSD card tray, separate from the SIM slot on the 5G model, so you are not choosing between extra storage and cellular connectivity. That is a practical detail. One honest note, you will notice some slight flex if you twist the chassis, and there is a visible plastic antenna band at the top of the back panel. Minor signs of cost cutting to hit the price point. Overall though, well built for what it costs. No complaints day to day. The display is the area that gets the most mixed reactions on the Tab A11 Plus. And I want to be completely straight with you here. You get an 11-inch TFT LCD panel with 1920 by 1200 resolution running at 90 Hz. The 90 Hz refresh rate is genuinely noticeable. Scrolling feels smooth, navigating the UI feels fluid, and that alone makes a big difference in everyday use compared to the 60 Hz panels on older budget tablets. The honest part, TFT LCD in 2026 is a compromise. Viewing angles are not the best, and colors are not as punchy as an IPS or AMOLED panel. For browsing, video calls, and everyday tasks, it is perfectly fine. But if streaming movies is your main use case, you will notice the limitations compared to more expensive tablets. Brightness peaks at around 515 nits in auto mode, adequate for indoor use and holds up okay outdoors. Not the brightest in this category, but functional. The screen also carries Mohs Level 5 scratch protection, basic but present. Bottom line on the display, it does the job for everyday use, just go in with realistic expectations if media is your primary use. Performance is genuinely the strongest area of the Tab A11 Plus, and the biggest reason to choose it over the older Tab A9 Plus. Under the hood you have the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 chipset, a 4nm processor with 4 performance cores at 2.6 GHz and 4 efficiency cores at 2.0 GHz. This is a significant step up from the older Snapdragon 695 in the A9 Plus. We are talking 55% faster in multi-core benchmarks and a massive 150% improvement in GPU performance. That is not a small jump. You get 6 GB of RAM on the base model or 8 GB on the higher config. Storage is 128 GB or 256 GB, and both support MicroSD expansion up to 2 TB. In daily use, apps open quickly, multitasking is smooth, and the overall experience feels responsive. Browsing, streaming, social media, productivity apps, no issues at all. The occasional stutter when jumping between several heavy apps on the 6 GB model, but nothing frustrating. Gaming is where this chipset genuinely surprises. The Tab A11 Plus handles nearly every mobile game very well. In benchmark tests, it actually matches the more expensive Galaxy Tab S10 Lite on GPU performance, which is remarkable for the price. Demanding titles like Genshin Impact at max settings will push limits, but for the vast majority of mobile gaming this handles itself well. And importantly, the software experience is clean and fast. Samsung runs near-stock One UI here with no heavy bloatware, which keeps things snappy. Cameras on a budget tablet are never the headline reason you buy one, and the Tab A11 Plus is no exception here. On the back you have an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus and 1080p video recording at 30 frames per second. Strictly functional. Fine for scanning documents, QR codes, or taking a quick snapshot. The shots are not the sharpest and video is limited to Full HD. But honestly, for a budget family tablet, this is exactly what you expect. You are not using this as your main camera. The front camera is 5 megapixels, and this is the more important one on a tablet. It handles video calls well, decent clarity, smooth enough for face-to-face calls with family or for remote work meetings. On the large 11-inch screen, video calls feel genuinely engaging. Both cameras are limited to 1080p at 30 frames per second for video. No 4K, no slow motion, basic but functional for the intended use case. Stick to your smartphone for serious photography. Audio. The Tab A11 Plus has quad speakers with Dolby Atmos rated at 1.2 watts each. 4 speakers on a mid-range tablet is a solid inclusion, and it adds noticeable width to the soundstage. In practice, it sounds decent for everyday use. Podcasts, YouTube, casual streaming, all fine. Where it falls short is in depth and bass. The sound is a bit thin and shallow compared to Samsung's higher-end tablets. For background music or casual viewing, it works well. For a serious movie night, a Bluetooth speaker or headphones will give you a noticeably better experience. The good news, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack on board. Increasingly rare in 2026 and genuinely appreciated, wired headphones are always an option if you want better audio quality without going wireless. Battery life, one of the Tab A11 Plus's strongest points. The 7040 mAh battery is rated by Samsung at up to 15 hours of video playback. Real-world tests back this up. In independent testing, the Tab A11 Plus lasted 8 hours and 10 minutes of continuous YouTube HD streaming at maximum brightness, which is actually 1.5 hours ahead of the older Tab A9 Plus and even 10 minutes ahead of the more expensive Galaxy Tab S10 Lite. That is impressive for this price. In mixed daily use, browsing, streaming, some gaming, video calls, you are comfortably getting through a full day. This is a tablet you pick up in the morning and do not think about charging until the evening. For heavier users, it stretches across 2 days easily. Charging is via USB-C at 25 watts with Samsung Super Fast Charging, a genuine upgrade from the 15 watts on the older A9 Plus. From empty to full takes roughly 1.5 to 2 hours. And remember, no charger in the box, so you need a compatible 25-watt USB-C charger separately. Software. The Tab A11 Plus ships on Android 16 with One UI 8. Samsung's tablet software is well optimized with proper multi-window support, so you can run 2 apps side by side on that 11-inch screen. Really useful for productivity and multitasking. AI features include Google Gemini integration for real-time assistance and Circle to search to look up anything on screen without leaving your current app. Samsung Kids is also preloaded, a safe digital environment for younger family members, and Samsung Knox security is built in at the foundation level for data protection. The biggest software story, Samsung is promising 7 years of OS updates and security patches, meaning support until around 2032. At this price point, that is genuinely class-leading. No other budget tablet manufacturer comes close to that commitment. It fundamentally changes the long-term value of this purchase. Connectivity, Wi-Fi 5 dual band, Bluetooth 5.1, GPS on all models, and USB-C 2.0 for charging and data transfer. The 5G model adds NanoSIM plus eSIM support for cellular connectivity on the go. No NFC on this tablet, worth knowing if that matters to you. And no fingerprint scanner. Face unlock is your only biometric option, which can be inconsistent in lower light. Alright, final verdict on the Samsung Galaxy Tab A11 Plus. Let me be straight. This is not a tablet that is going to blow you away. It is a budget family tablet built for everyday use. Streaming, browsing, video calls, light gaming, and general productivity. And at that job, it does very well. The Dimensity 7300 chipset is the headline upgrade, and it makes a meaningful real-world difference. Battery life is class-leading at this price, actually beating more expensive tablets in testing. The 7 years of software updates is genuinely exceptional, and no other budget tablet manufacturer matches it. The slim 6.9mm build, quad Dolby Atmos speakers, 25-watt fast charging, and expandable storage up to 2 terabytes are all strong points. The honest compromises: the TFT LCD display is the main one. It is usable but not exciting, and reviewers have noted it is essentially the same panel as the Tab A9 Plus from 2 years ago. The speakers are fine but not exceptional. No fingerprint scanner, no S Pen support, no charger in the box, and Bluetooth 5.1 rather than a newer standard. But here's the bottom line. For the price you get an 11-inch tablet with a capable 4nm processor, 90Hz display, quad Dolby Atmos speakers, 25-watt fast charging, a 7040 mAh battery that outlasts more expensive competitors, expandable storage up to 2 terabytes, and 7 years of updates. That package is genuinely hard to beat in this price category in 2026. For families, students, or anyone who wants a reliable everyday tablet without spending flagship money, the Samsung Galaxy Tab A11 Plus is a solid and honest recommendation. That is the full review. If you watched both parts, thank you. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Are you considering picking one up? If you are not subscribed yet, hit that button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.